Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mari. For those of you who are tuning in for the first time, for those of you who are returning, welcome back and Happy New Year. I did take quite a 2-week break at the end of December, and sorry if I sound nasally, but the flu finally got me, and I think it's due to stress and just this cold weather, and I'll get more into the stress part because it's going to play a big part in my income. And yeah, so yes, once again, sorry if I sound nasally. I did take, like I said, I took a 2-week break at the last 2 months of December. Basically one of my dad's sisters, my aunt, she passed away unexpectedly due to complications from pneumonia because she was a diabetic, and I had to take some time off and just focus on my family and focus on what it is that I want to do with my life, because my aunt was not that old, you know, she was in her late 50s, and I just, you know, it made me think about, like, I don't want to die alone. And because she died alone, she didn't have a husband, she didn't have any kids, and it just kind of made me start thinking about what it is that I want to do with my life, and seriously start thinking about, you know, like finding a partner and having a family and stuff, because those are things I used to like shrug off because they're not important. I thought they were not important, but seeing how young she was, and then she never actually lived a life because she was always taking care of my grandparents before they passed, I don't want a life like that. I don't want a lonely life. And also I did dip into my emergency fund to help out my dad and the rest of my aunt and my uncles, to pay for the funeral expenses and what was owed to the hospital. She did pass away in Mexico, so that kind of helped. Not saying that, you know, I guess we were all in a financial situation that we actually were able to pay off all her medical bills, and we were able to pay off obviously the cost of the funeral. I believe if she would have come to the States like my dad was trying to, she was approved for her visa and everything, but she chose to stay in Mexico. So I highly 100% believe that because she passed away in Mexico, we were fortunate enough to be able to take care of everything that was, you know, a financial burden. Otherwise, if she would have passed away here, we would have been in so much debt, like with the medical bills and the funeral director and all that stuff. So yeah, it was just a very eye-opening experience, and my family has been through so much death in the last year alone. I had 2 cousins commit suicide back to back last year, and it's just, you know, it's been it's unfortunate, but it took all these things happening for my family to start spending time together again and celebrating holidays again. And it's just, you know, we were not like that before. We used to always do all these things together. So yeah, sorry for the rant, but it was a very hard 2 weeks, and it was a lot of reflecting. And yeah, so as you can see, I actually didn't pay off anything that I said I was going to. December, it was just so much happening, and I was just not checked in, like, with myself mentally or emotionally, and I put the financial stuff aside. I just really needed to take some time off. So these are my debts as of January 1st. I included 4 tickets that I do owe from when I was living in Long Beach, And the reason I'm just paying them off, one, I do not want to get basically a warrant in case that happens. I don't know if that happens for parking tickets, but I don't have the best track record with the cops because of stupid things like not paying tickets. So I added those four, which is about $128 each because they are past due. And if you live in Long Beach, you already know tickets are just part of living in Long Beach because there's no freaking parking. Lend Up is still on here for $294, spot loan $304. I did explain this, I believe in my last video that I posted, that I've panicked and got a loan, now regretting it. I could have handled that situation a lot better, but I was just in complete panic for no reason. Check and Go is a loan that I owe from like 2 years ago, $315. Speedy Cash is also a loan that I owe from 2 years ago. I owe $339 on my iPad. Clearlow Solutions is also a loan from 2 years ago, $400. Credit One is $481. Check City is $630. Verizon is $649. Kaiser is $661. Forever 21, $730.53. Capital One $743. Capital One $782. My iPhone is $786 as of my last payment. My Payday loan is also another loan that I took out 2 years ago. Finger Hut is $1,913. Speedy Cash is $2,966. Loan Me is $3,000. It's another freaking loan. Central Cash $3,000. I owe the IRS $7,250. My student loans are $11,250. And my car is $18,827. So my total for starting this year is $57,016.60. So I'm just gonna put a star in purple ink next to what I'm hoping to pay by the end of this month, and I want to pay at least my tickets and this Lend Up. That is my goal, to pay this off for the month of January. So yeah, that is what my 2019 debt looks like for the beginning of the year, as of January 1st. Okay, so I'll be right back and I will get into my paycheck for this week and how I allocated it. There is a little bit of a change in it, and it's because the holidays did affect my check, and they will be affecting next week's as well a little bit, and I'll get into that about how much I'm expecting due to I receive a bonus tomorrow from one of my accounts, and my but that's going to be included with the next coming check. And I also am getting my vacation time paid off because I didn't take any vacation time in 2018. And yeah, all right, so I'll be right back, guys. Okay, so I'm back now. So for January 4th, for the first paycheck of the year, my check was $1,122.23. As you can see, I already wrote down what the fixed expenses are, such as what my my food, because I do meal preps. I purchase a meal prep for each week. It's just a lot easier if you can outsource something and just do and have less stress for yourself. Just do it. You know, the meal prep, that's what I spend on food anyways throughout the week, because I do have specific diet that I follow, and it's because I have a lot of intolerances towards certain foods, and I just have to make sure, you know, like there's just certain things I can't eat, and it's a little bit difficult, especially because I also have to make sure it's like I'm eating enough, because sometimes I don't, especially like right now that I'm sick. I've only ate breakfast and I had coffee, and I do not want to see any food. Like, I just, you know, I just have to make sure I do the meal preps, because I know it's there already, and it doesn't give me an excuse to skip meals, because when I start skipping meals, I start falling back into old habits, and such as binge eating and stuff like that. But that's a whole different other thing. But yeah, like my cat's $80, gas $40, and I believe my gas, I'm gonna start doing sinking funds, because I don't really spend that much. So I am really gonna try to start doing sinking funds this month and see where that takes me. So let's get started on the allocating. So for Capital One, it is $28. My Forever 21 bill was $49. For my car, is my regular payment of $280.01 that I have mentioned before, that I pay bi-weekly, and honestly this has helped a lot with the interest. So I'm just going to keep doing that. I think right now I'm actually like 2 months ahead on my car, so I'm very happy about that. And eventually come May, I'm going to refinance it. Right now I have a 6-year, I'm financing it for 6 years right now. So what I'm going to choose as of May, it would be 1 year that I have the car. So I'm going to try and see if I could do 4 years instead at a lower rate, but I'm still going to try and keep doing the same payment of $560 a month. So basically it just gets some extra money in there, but I will get to that when that time comes. For my light bill, it was $125.26. I don't know what's going on with that. That is insane to me. But they're saying it's because I was using a lot of electricity, which I call bullshit, because I am never home. So I don't know how much electricity I could possibly be using when I'm asleep, which is nothing, because all the lights are turned off. So I have to dispute that and figure it out, because if this is how it's going to be right now that it's winter, I don't even want to see how much it is in the summer when I have to use the AC. So for Forever 21, instead of, I normally like once a month, I make every month, like at the end of each month, I make a major purchase, basically of stuff that I need. So I ended up buying like key things for my wardrobe, such as more trousers and stuff like that, for, you know, that looks more business casual, especially because I am trying to move up in my company, or if I cannot move up by August in my company, that's gonna make my decision to leave it. So I have to start building my wardrobe. And what I did, I bought a bunch of clothes, and they had this option that I could have paid everything up front or split it into 4 payments. So what I did is just split it into 4 payments instead, because I just thought that was a lot more manageable, instead of just taking a huge chunk of money and spending it like all in one sitting. So yeah, so my payment is $73.23, and it's automatically deducted. After this payment, I only have 2 more. Debt, which is my Snowball account, it automatically deducts $64.84 that gets transferred into the savings account that I will be using at the end of the month to pay towards some of my outstanding debt. For Acorns, I used to do $5, but I actually bumped it up to 10 now. I have about $85 in there right now, so it's not a lot of money, but you know, it's a start to my investing, and I'm fine with that. I paid my school fees also this week, which was $59.60, which is just basically my parking, my student ID, and my like the associated student body sticker and all, whatever that is, you know, that you need to do. To my savings account, I transferred $50 because I have to rebuild my savings due to that family emergency. And you guys don't even understand how happy I am to have had that, because when my grandparents died, I was in no situation to help out my family, and this time around, you know, I was more than happy to do so. And the universe is so freaking amazing. I swear, like, not even a day later, I got all that money back, and I ended up using it for good anyways. Like, I used it on my family again and got them Christmas presents, and also I helped a lot of people who were in need, buying them food, buying them stuff like that, because money's gonna come and go, and I just rather use it for good causes. So that's how I spent my Christmas bonus. And I mean, I was really grateful that I got all the money back, and literally in less than 24 hours. Ulta, I'm actually gonna go tomorrow. I'm gonna spend $49 because I need to get new concealer, I need to get mascara, and I need to get a setting spray. And these are things I use every single day, so it's just part of my makeup routine. For Amazon, I spent $41.11, and I was just buying stuff that I need for work. I need to get wool socks, and I got, and also I need a new face wash because I just ran out. So wool socks, face wash, and I bought some thick insoles that are like warming insoles, because I work in a warehouse, and I kid you guys not, how it's so freaking cold there. Especially right, I had to leave work early today. I couldn't even finish my 8 hours. I mean, they're not mandatory, but I just could not finish them because I'm right at the dock, and it's so cold, especially because it started raining today, and my back started spasming. I just had to leave. It's way too cold for me, but I don't have a say as to where I work. I work next to the dock, and it is what it is. So I just have to do what I can to make sure that I stay warm, and I am not going through what happened last year and the year before that I was just ill prepared for the cold weather. So last year I was a little bit more prepared. This year I'm even more prepared. But if these temperatures keep dropping, I don't know, like I really don't know how I'm gonna make it through the winters if I stay working there. So yeah, that is how I allocated this paycheck. I don't really know what else. Oh yeah, so my job. So as of now, I don't know how much debt I'm going to be able to pay off this month or the next coming months, or for the following year. My boss got this crazy idea that he was going to cut everybody's hours back. And he decided, without telling me, that he was going to get me help for my desk instead of the help that I need for the floor, which I'm very upset about, because I've been asking for help to help process, which is just getting boxes, scanning them, palletizing them, and putting them in a truck. That's it. He took it upon himself to go get somebody with shipping experience to come and train with me to take I guess some of my hours, and I am not happy about that at all. So I don't know when this is going to take into effect, but if it does, it's also going to play a big part as whether I leave the company or not. But we do have the CEOs coming in starting next week and the following week, and I am going to sit down and talk with them and figure out what's going to happen. And get a better idea from them. And I'm just gonna let them know, hey, if this is gonna affect my job, I'm gone, because I am not working like that. You guys are not listening to me, and well, not the CEOs, you know, but the general manager is not listening to me, and he's just, I understand a lot of it is like he's being petty on his part, and that's cool, but it's not cool when it's like affecting my job. And unfortunately, we don't know what's going to happen in the next month or two, but as of next Friday, instead of hiring from within, once again, they hired from outside. And of course, they're going to be paying this person a lot more than they're paying us, who basically, we've been doing damage control for this company for the last year, because key people have been walking out, and it looks like me and my friend, two of my friends, are next, because this is just bullshit. And I could go probably make the same amount of money somewhere else, or even more money working less hours, but I really do care about my job, and it's unfortunate that this is the way that they're deciding that they're going to be treating us. So yeah, I don't know, guys. We're going to see what happens in the next couple of weeks. I know they told me there's a lot of changes coming in the first quarter. I'm just really like concerned as to how much they're going to affect me, but I will not know until I speak with them between the 14th and 21st. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I'm sorry about the rants, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this content, please like it and subscribe. I know I have started posting about weight loss, and it looks like some of you don't like that, and you know, that's okay. I'm gonna be making a separate playlist for that. You don't have to like watch it or anything, but that's more to hold myself accountable. And a lot of it has to do that I'm scared after, I'm really scared after what happened with my aunt, especially because it seems that diabetes runs in both sides of my family. And I just do not want to be another statistic because of obesity and being overweight. So yeah, just, you know, any comments, any questions, please leave them down below. And thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. It should be January 11th. Bye.